Can you estimate the firmware issue? How long does it take?
Yeah, the firmware issue. Unfortunately, it's very hard to estimate on an embedded project, especially because embedded project is like a castle built of Legos. So one piece affects another piece. On web projects, we have something like a puzzle. So we have everything flat on a table. So it's a bit easier because it's more flexible. So yeah, investigating the issue, then checking the root cause, checking the affected functionality, implementing the fix, dev testing it, could be from 2 hours to 2 days to 2 weeks probably.
Can we do a shorter QA regression run after the scope change or issues fixing?
Yeah, sure, we can. We are doing it actually to save some budget. It's done using a technique like root cause analysis and issue impact analysis. Essentially, when we know that this particular module has the issue, when we're fixing the issue, the engineering team does the impact analysis. What functionality could be impacted by fixing the issue. So from the different pieces of code, then we gather in the code which could be impacted and do the regression run only on impacted and directly changed code.
Can we change the system architecture in the middle of the project?
Yeah, sure we can, but that's going to affect a lot of things. The system architecture related to the hardware and software part. So if you are changing the MCU, for example, or structure of the sensors or something else, that's going to require work of the electronics engineering part and work of the firmware development part.
Why align electrical, mechanical, and firmware work into phases instead of handling them separately?
Yeah, that's a crucial part of embedded engineering planning and execution. The alignment is done because 3 teams are doing the one product. So yeah, at the beginning of the project, the electronics engineering team selects the components. Then they should align and conclude the components with the firmware engineering team, because the firmware engineering team are scoping and estimating the project based on the components electronics engineering team chooses. That's fully dependent thing. Then after schematic is done on electronics part, we should provide the schematic for review and approval, internal review and approval to the firmware engineering team. Because if not, then yeah, we can end up developing the firmware for the wrong hardware. So yeah, we should align on every step of the way to prevent reworking stuff again and again and save clients' budgets.